G'day guys, we thought we'd try something a little different this week. We're actually in Lynchburg, Tennessee, and we're catching up with an old friend of mine. And I've got a sneaking suspicion that some of you at home might know this guy as well.
I personally know him very well. Come on in, Jack lives here. Well, here we have Randall from Jack Daniels, and we're right in front of the barrel house, and he's going to take us around and show us and tell us what's up. Tell us about the barrel house for starters.
Well, welcome to Jack first.
Thank you.
This is the first barrel house that Jack Daniels built after Prohibition, which ended in 1938 in Tennessee. It's one of the smallest barrel houses on the distillery grounds. It only holds about 6,700 barrels.
Is that all? Oh, it smells so good in here. It's just beautiful. It's white oak and, of course, whiskey, right?
Oh, yes. Jack Daniels' best. Black Label, Gentleman, and Single Barrel are all matured in these warehouses. These barrels hold 55 gallons of whiskey.
Woo!
But throughout the process of the whiskey maturing, we're going to lose up to 30% possibly. We call that the angel share.
How do you lose it?
Through evaporation, of course, because the whiskey is going in and out of the wood.
So this is the Lynchburg room here in the distillery, and the flags up here represent the countries in the world that consume the most Jack Daniels. Now, interesting, of course, you have the US, which is number 1, the UK number 2. Who's number 3?
Da, 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 da. Yes, yours truly, making us proud. Now, you know who was also a massive fan of Jack Daniels was old Blue Eyes himself, Frank Sinatra. And legend has it that when he was buried with 3 things: a pack of cigarettes, Lucky Stripes, some nickels to call his family, and also a bottle of Jack Daniels Black Label. Jack Daniels was such an overachiever. He left home at 9 years old and bought this distillery when he was 14. And he was only 5'2", a little guy, and everybody used to call him Little Jackie, which he absolutely hated. So we call him Uncle Jack now.
It's sort of a bittersweet story about the death of Jack Daniels, and it's largely due to this thing right here, which is the safe. Story goes, Jack Daniels got into work one day early. The secretary hadn't arrived, and she always had the combination to the safe. And he couldn't remember it off the top of his head. He got so mad that he kicked it just down here, kicked the safe, broke his toe. He never got it treated, and in the old days, a broken bone was a pretty big deal. 6 years later, he died of gangrene.
This is what's called the Jack Cadillac.
You hear that over there? You know what that is?
What are they?
They're wild turkeys. They're spies.
Okay, so this behind us, what happens here?
Well, this is our rickyard here at Jack Daniels.
Rickyard.
Rickyard. We buy ricks of wood, hard sugar maple wood. We season that wood, then we're going to burn that wood on these ricks here. The reason we do that is because, see, Jack Daniels isn't a bourbon whiskey. It's a Tennessee whiskey. And what we do is we burn the wood down to charcoal. It's an art form of doing that because you we burn that wood by adding water. If we put the fire out too early, you have wood. Too late, you got ash. It's got to be burnt down even to charcoal. And we mellow our whiskey to the charcoal, and that's what changes Jack Daniels from an old, harsh bourbon whiskey to a good, smooth, mellow Tennessee sipping whiskey.
So what's so special about Lynchburg? I mean, why did he decide to build the distillery here?
It's real simple. It's the water. Jack Daniels located the still in this area here because of the cave spring and the water that flows out of it. It flows out of it today as it did in Jack's day. 56 degrees year-round, 99.9% iron-free. And to make good whiskey, you have to have iron-free water.
Well, thanks for having us, Randall.
Yeah, that was cool.
I hope you've enjoyed yourself while you're here today. Come on into the visitor center here. We're going to serve y'all a little bit of yellow label and black label.
Nice.
Sounds good. Thanks, man.
Y'all come on in. Okay, guys, we're here. Let's have some yellow or black label. That'd be coffee or lemonade, whichever you'd like.
Coffee or lemonade? What happened to the Jack Daniels, Randall?
I never said Jack. I said black or yellow label. In Lynchburg, since Moore County here is a dry county, we've been dry since 1909. Legally, all we can serve you at this point is either lemonade or a cup of coffee.
So you can't actually drink in the area that the distillery is that right?
That's correct. You cannot.
It's a dry county.
It's a dry county.
All right, well,
Cheers.
cheers
to
to
the lemonade.
Yellow Label Jack Daniels.
Enjoy.
Mr. Daniels, you have been the cause and solution to a lot of my life's problems.
Look, honey, Jack on the rocks.